Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have a faith planning video for you. I'm working on my faith planner for the week of August 15th through the 21st, and I have two beautiful sets here from Illustrated Faith from the Print and Pray shop. The first is from Brianna Showalter. It's called Ever Present God, and there's actually several pieces in this set. I printed out the ephemera because I'm in love with her florals, and I printed it out on clear sticker papers. So I thought this would be absolutely gorgeous to use. Excited to use that. And then this is a set from Shauna Noel herself, the founder and owner of Illustrated Faith. This one is called Hope Has a Name, and I just loved especially this illustration, but I love the church. I love a ton of these. So I'm excited to combine these sets together and put them in my faith planner for the week. So I will link everything, including those beautiful sets, including the paper I use and all of that goodness down in the description box below. Otherwise, I'll put you guys on fast forward. Let's go. All right, so companies like Illustrated Faith make it really easy to combine different sets of printables because their artists, even with all of their different styles, use some of the same color palettes. They tend to match the devotional for the month. Sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes they have kind of a one-off or something that's not included in like a series, but a lot of times you're going to have similar color palettes throughout a month, and it's fun to mix and match the different styles. Of course, Brianna Showalter has this gorgeous watercolor style. It is absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite things to see. I just love, love, love her style. And then Shauna Noel has a very graphic style, and I think combining the two makes for a very interesting looking page. I'll be honest, my initial plan for this page was to keep it very simple. I wanted to have florals down the spine of the page and have a little bit of washi tape, and that was going to basically be it. And you guys, that's not what it ended up as, just because I was having so much fun with these graphics. Once I start cutting into the printables, I keep thinking, oh, I want to use this, and I want to use this, and I want to use this, and I just want to use all the things. And yes, you can certainly spread this out over multiple spreads, which is what I will be doing for sure, because there's still a ton of florals and some gorgeous graphics from Shauna Noel. But I just kind of got super excited. So that happens to me. What I love about this particular clear sticker paper, I say it all the time, it's great because you can write over the top of it. It is the Mako brand clear paper, clear label paper, and I can write over the top of it. And that's really important, especially in my faith planner, because I do fill all of those vertical lines. I fill them with notes every day. And so even the sections where you will see that I covered up with illustrations or graphics or stickers or whatever it is, I can still write over the top of it. And that's pretty important to me because I want this to still be a functional planner. The more I get into decorative planning, I love it, but I definitely find myself making sure that I hold on to the functional part. It can get really easy to get swept up in just wanting to cover your page and do all the things with all the stickers, and that is awesome. I totally encourage you to use your stickers and enjoy them, but make sure whatever kind of spread you are doing, it's still functional for you. And one of the ways I do that is by using that particular sticker paper that allows me to write over the top. So I've placed my pages right next to each other, and now I'm putting the stickers down the spine of the page. One of my favorite techniques to use. It makes a big impact on the page. It's one of the reasons I love being able to take out pages in my planner. It makes it easier to work with, and it makes you able to do things like this right down the center of the page. And then all you have to do is cut them apart and re-punch it, which you'll see me doing later on in this video. Once I get all of my florals in place down the center, I'll just trim off the bottom edge and the top edge. I'm not going to cut apart the two papers yet. I generally just wait to do that right at the end. I want to fill in just another little spot here that felt a little empty. So I'm going to trim. You don't have to, when you're using the clear sticker paper, another plus is you don't have to trim super careful. I try not to have a bunch of excess clear around the edge, but in the end, it kind of fades into the paper, so you can't tell anyway. All right, I'm going to clear this off, and then we're going to take a look at the other separate printable, and you can see how I will start combining. I think when you're combining two printables, you want to make sure that you have elements of both used across the page. So I have that gorgeous floral piece down the center. I definitely wanted this particular graphic. I found it so beautiful. Love the colors. Want that. So that's going to be over there in the corner. And then I'm going to cut out several of the other pieces that I can scatter throughout the page. I'm not going to use all of the elements in both printables. That would definitely overwhelm my page, even though this page is super full. Don't get me wrong. I use a lot of printables and I'm not sorry about it because I love how it looks in the end. But these are great for taking notes on, those little speech bubbles. And then I happen to really like all of these word-fetty phrases. I love that they're on this kind of burlap looking ribbon, and I think that goes really well. So we're going to include some of those. And then of course I loved the church. I wasn't sure that I was going to use it in this particular set, but in the end I couldn't pass it up. So we're going to stick that over here in the corner. And now in order to make those feel incorporated, first of all, they're in the same colors. So they already kind of go, but we're definitely going to want to surround them with the same kind of florals, just so that you feel the florals are throughout the page. They're going to be the thing that is holding it all together. And then using the other elements on both sides from Shauna Noel's set really brings the page together, kind of like bookends on both sides of the planning spread. Sorry that I'm pushed slightly off screen here, but you're going to see I love to hang stickers off the edge of the page as well. I think this gives a really interesting look, and a lot of times it allows me to get more bang for my buck, because when I hang it off the edge like so, then I can trim out the extra sticker that's hanging off and then use it in another area. So you'll see me do that in just a minute after I get some of the main elements down on this side. Shauna Noel's set I printed on a bright white, just regular copy paper. It's 32 pounds. It's heavier than regular copy paper, but the important part for me is that it's that bright white, because then I get really vibrant colors when I'm printing. So I'm going to trim off this bit of sticker and I will be able to then use it on the other side. So you can see, bang for my buck. I'm actually going to just use a tiny piece of it to kind of bring up the florals on this side. I don't want to cover a ton, so we'll just kind of nestle that in over here, and then we'll trim that off and then add in that church printable. So let me know in the comments, do you like combining different printable sets, or do you prefer to purchase one set and then just use that set for a spread or for a journaling entry? I think it can be fun. You're certainly able to do a whole entry, a whole Bible journal entry, a whole faith planner spread. You can do the whole thing with one particular printable set. I like the challenge of combining the two because I feel like it makes your page a little bit more unique, because you're combining some different elements, probably in ways that no one else is. Not that you're comparing your work to others, but it's just nice to kind of flex your creative muscle there by combining those elements. And then you get to appreciate the artwork of two amazing artists. So again, cutting off the sticker edges so I can bring this one up here, and we're really filling in the florals really nicely. And one more sticker edge right here to be cut off, and then I will reposition this one at the bottom to fill in a little bit of that white space down here. Like I said, this was supposed to be a simple spread. Look how full the spread is getting. I love it. It brings me joy to see that, and that's one of the things I love about faith planning is opening up my faith planner in the mornings when I sit down with my Bible, and having these bright colors just puts a smile on my face first thing in the morning. So I'm going to trim out the word-fetty up here and add it in as kind of a focus for the week. I had those two speech bubbles. I ended up deciding I was going to put them across the spread as a place to kind of highlight some notes. They were a little bit too much for me. I put one over on the side so I could highlight some of the takeaways from the week, but I left the spread as much open as I could, like all the lines as I could. I decided not to add the speech bubbles in there. All right, and once I get those final few elements in place, then this faith planner spread will be done. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button and the bell notification button. Every time you hit a like and add a comment, it really helps others to find my videos, and I really appreciate it. I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon members. Thank you all so much for your support. You guys are amazing, and I always appreciate all of your monthly support. I hope you take some time to check out some of the perks that I'm offering over on Patreon. There's extra content, early access to videos, tons of fun stuff happening over there, so make sure to check that out. As always, I will link all of the supplies down below so you can check those out in the description box as well. Turns out there's a lot of information in that description box below. All right, that is going to wrap it up. I will just grab my We Are Memory Keepers disc punch to repunch the holes that got covered by the stickers, and then I can put this back into my faith planner, ready to study in the mornings. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day, and as always, keep it creative.